Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermore. I'm your host, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airways on WNTF. Never mind the furthermore. Friends, Never Mind the Furthermore is brought to you with the generous support of our good friends over at the Independent Creator Directory. That's indiecd.org, your one-stop shop for the best and the brightest authors, artists, musicians, and other creatives. We are made possible with their support, and you can join their number and be hosted online without having to worry about the ongoing shenanigans with Elon Musk and Zuckerberg and Bezos and other major lumbery people. No, the Independent Creator Directory is run by independents for independents. And when I say shop small, it is an opportunity for you to actually do so. Because remember, not only every time you order something directly from a small businessman, small woman, whatever, and not through one of the major corporations, a billionaire cries a single tear. And I'd like to see a little bit more hydration hit the world. Okay? And if you want to save your money, Podcast One will get you half off the one-time fee of $40 to be hosted as a creative on there for life. Yes, friends, you will not find a better deal than that. We are also made possible by sale of the Simple Sword, the Fighting Axe, and the Simple Spear, all part of my ongoing series of Western martial arts manuals designed to help you go from having never handled the sword to using that sword to teaching the art to others. We are also promoting heavily this lovely month. I know I have a lot on my plate, but I have to get through it. StompCon. StompCon is a free to the public gaming convention held in Fowler, Indiana, which will feature independent tabletop games, RPGs, and other small gaming opportunities, plus some of the bigger names you know and love, all for the purpose of getting people into the hobby. It's going to be a free to attend pub event. Please come down September 7th from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern, Fowler, Indiana, at 410 South Aidway A, Fowler, Indiana 47944. I will be there. Joe will be there. A whole bunch of people you know and love will be there. It's a great chance to meet up with folks. Now, we also have other things going on, but we're going to get to that. Today is Wednesday, folks. Happy Hump Day. For my accountability, I am one within like 40 words from a 30K on Paints and Hellfire 2, because I just needed to work on that a little bit last night. I have been working on all the setup for StubCon, making negotiations and I'm doing some things to make it a lot more affordable for my assorted vendors because I know how bad the economy is. So we're working towards achieving that and other, we'll say, related goals. It means I'm very busy. But that's what it's about. Sometimes you have to, when you are a, one or two man shop, you wear a lot of hats. And I'm having to wear Business Nick hats. So Business Nick has been out to play doing a lot lately, and we're hoping to help keep things moving. But today is Wednesday, so I'm going to blast through the chat, and then we're going to get into the art because you guys like that, and I really need to do some art, and then I'm going to get on with my day because I have, frankly, a lot I want to get done and a limited amount of time to do so, which that's what it's all about, folks. I'll be spending the next few days probably making BSR terrain and making BSRs and other miniatures and just gathering and prepping when I am not in my studies to make sure that I have everything I need to make this go off with as few hitches as possible. It's an exciting time. Now, I also want to point out that you're made possible by Haints and Hellfire. So if a dark secret has claimed 2 lives and is hunting an innocent child at the edge of the Appalachian Mountains. Only his aunt, a plucky reporter, her cameraman, and a very odd cat stand against the forces of darkness. Yes, folks, it is such a good book. I love the first one. I need to find out if the people trying to contact me about making a movie are a scam or not. But I would love to see that made into a film. We'll see. There's a lot going on, and we are going to get right to it because, like I said, I'm not dawdling today. I've got stuff to do. So if you haven't had breakfast, remember to taste the biscuit and the glory of the honey sauce. And let's just hear what Joe has to say, and we're going to get right into it because, like I said, I have a busy day planned, and you do too, I imagine. All right, and as a quick remember, Friday's show will feature Michael Odin. Assuming everything works well. He's going to be talking about his book, Odin, spelled the other way, and we'll see how that goes. After that, though, I'm not, unless you're involved in StompCon, I'm not likely to take any more guests because I want to focus on promoting StompCon and the related businesses. This may mean that some of my ads won't be in their usual rotation, but that's just because I got to help the folks who are helping me right now. And first through the door is Joe Bachman. Good morning, everyone. Happy Hump Day. Happy Hump Day, Joe. We can't wait. Can't wait to see you very soon. Morning, Joe, says Alec. And good morning, Alec. I hope you're having a good one. And good morning, Trey. How are you, my dear? Trey, Alec, and Joe. Oh, wow. And Joe, I guess. Okay, but you're getting kissed, so at least there's some love in the chat as we go through the greetings. And Joe's greeting. And Milling Machine already went by our house. I saw that when I was logging in. I'm glad Joe explained it because that was something of a non sequitur. I'm going milling machine, and my brain went CNC, like there's somebody going door to door. Do you have a CNC project you want cut out of metal? Here, give me the STLs. I was like, no, not that kind of milling. The kind that redoes the road and it makes sense. Okay. So Trey says, excellent. I'm not feeling the best, so I'll be waiting to see if my meds help with it. If not, I'll probably be laying down for a bit. You take it easy and you do what you got to do, bud. We hope you feel better quickly. I agree. So I'll be off and on today. Thanks, Trey. I think it's just the stress. Absolutely. Good morning, Alec, Joe, and Trey. You're in here early. And hey, Alec, Joe, Trey, Witzman, dude. Hello, Donna. And yes, hello, Carl. I realized I was going through the things and I didn't properly greet you. Hope you're having a good morning too, sir. But that's okay, because if you aren't, we're going to do what we can to cheer you up a bit. And we've got accountability from Carl. Did a little writing, finishing up on a book cover, getting ready to take charcoal on her yearly visit. Shakes in fear. Donna. Morning, Donna. Hope you feel better soon, Alec. Carl, we need to get you some of the long. They should be on clearance about now. The gloves they use for grilling. They're very good for handling, cats who come under the title murder mittens. And good morning, Joe and Donna. Good morning, Joe and Donna. Good morning, Carl and Donna and Carl. Sure, we can work it. Although long rubber gloves from Harbor Freight, those will work too. Now let me check. And we had a comment that I needed to check into. And yes, you forgot you already brought me more coffee in your accountability, Witzman, dude. Accountability, still working on my latest app, still working on my latest story, still working on a lot of things. Yeah, that's basically, it seems like Joe and I are both in that arc of manifesting where we're putting a lot of energy out into the universe and waiting for some things to happen. A lot of work, just assume, Donna. And big hugs for Alec. Feel better soon, sweetie. Yes, Alec. Good morning. Good morning, Dawn. Dawn is, of course, the lady behind Georgette and Buddy, also known in these parts as Dawn's Fashionable Felines. And they're her babies because it always makes her happy when I put them on screen. And where were we? We were saying hi to Dawn. Yes, morning, Dawn. Hey, Dawn. Trey's greeting. Everybody's greeting Dawn. Well, greetings. And Carl says, Trey and Joe, we have a Muncie player in Danville. Her grandmother started with her when she was little, and now at 19, she's playing again. Grandma was #1 player in the world for some time. And I really need to get back working on updating the Muncie manual now it's got more exposure. It's like another job. You seem to be very passionate about your God, I almost said geriatric geocaching. Your Muncie game. I'm firing on all 8 cylinders, but the timing isn't quite right. So we've got some mental wobble going on. But if it's a labor of love, I do not feel any sympathy for you. No, I feel sympathy. I know how annoying it can be. Morning, Joe. And Thesis is naming everyone. Good morning, Thesis. And that's awesome, Carl. Morning, Thesis. Accountability, trying to decide on a pattern for the burning is love. Pokemon bag or mushroom buddy? Ooh, that's hard. That's hard. That's a challenging one. I will tell you this: if you want to make a Pokemon player cry, when they ask what your favorite Pokemon is, tell them Toneberry. It short circuits their little minds for a bit, and it's delightful. Yep, I'm in the mood. And Dawn says, Trey, are us gals causing shenanigans tonight? I should hope so. I mean, it is a Wednesday. Hey, Thesis, shenanigans? I hope so. Oh, that would be a yes. And Trey saying, it's ladies' night. You're feeling right. Yay, says Don Carly Colleen. Morning and accountability did stuff for StompCon, HoloCon, and Indie CD yesterday. Amazing how those three overlap for me. Hey, the Venn diagram of my friends and awesome is a perfect circle. Morning, Foxy. Morning, Foxy. Nice, Dawn. Oh, also did a post for Georgette and Buddy. Young lady, you should know, if you're going to say, I did a post, you should put your link to said post immediately under it. You know what you're doing by now. I should have to tell you this. I scold. Your babies. I read that one. Hey, Foxy, I will get back on FB after we get back from the vet's office. Good luck, Carl. Good luck with Charcoal's visit today. Thanks, either she or Lil BB gave the vet techs quite a run last year, if I recall right. Electricity lights went out, so they tried to examine her in the anteroom where there was sunlight. Opened the carrier, and she was everywhere at once. It was like a Flash episode. Okay, I think vets forget just how scared every single animal that comes into the vet's office is, and how infested with fear for pheromones and sickness pheromones the smells of the entrance to the vet office are. So yeah, you're gonna get bing 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 ricochet rabbit. We're gonna get there. Oh no. Donna missed the whole episode as she stayed in the other room. Sounds like something that would have been hilarious to watch through a window. Yeah. That was an interesting yawn. And don't forget to like and share, folks. Yeah, please remember, I'm promoting a lot of great people who are out there trying to get their stuff started, and I'm really privileged to be involved with it. But, share it around. In dropping my like, and we're skipping that to go to StompCon. StompCon. And we have StompCon. StompCon. Is it like me to just say it 3 times and it will appear? Well, you come by September 7th and you will have to see if it does. Are you an Indie CD member but unable to attend the con? I have an opportunity for you to get represented for $10. Email the details. Don Dulos BPA at D Dulos BPA at yahoo.com. And I've hopped off of this, so I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do that. That way I'm not getting pinged. I wish Thesis. And Hates and Hellfire actually has chapter 20. Yes, you really do seem to love that mild threat. I didn't think it was that horrifying, but boy, it sure has Dawn going. And wait till I have what I have plans for 2. Trust me. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Miss Saren. I get to sit down and listen to your dulcet tones very soon. I've been meaning to, and my world's just been a little scrambled, but I'm so glad you could make it. Miss Saren, amongst other things, is an incredible voice actor, and a real privilege to know. So thank you, Miss Saren, and greetings. And Tammy Rieskart is now following. Cool. And thank you, Owned. Morning, Carl. And hello, Bud. I've really been chatting with you. And, we'll see. always looking for more content and more folks. And if you have any questions or comments, fire away. And we've got greetings for Saren's morning, Trey. Greetings for them. Get ready for the squee and happy hump day. Good morning, Angry Troll. Hi, Chris. My babies. We're going through this and all the greetings and chats and greetings and greetings. Geriatric geocaching. I love it. Okay, I'm sorry. My brain just, I couldn't find the word for it. Hey, Chris. Thesis likes to put his almost out of reach. Dang his tallness. Well, that's what kneecaps are for, for Foxy. And tasers and step ladders. There are lots of ways to do that, poor Foxy. I only did that once. Once was enough. Do a mashup and make one of the Pokemon that's a mushroom. Foxy giggles. And there's the Facebook link for Georgette and Buddy. Sheesh. Yeah, it's almost like I'm starting to hold you to standards, dear. Isn't that nightmarish? LOL, Sarah, funny thing is they could use the same yarn color, so I definitely could. I am so excited about some of the things that are coming to StompCon from our dear friend Trey. In fact, it's about time for me to talk a little bit more. Let one of Trey's ads talk about Trey herself. So let's see what she's all about for those of you who don't know, and I'll be back in a little under a minute. All right, going back into the comments. Let's see. And Sarah, same yarn cars, we could definitely do it. And thankfully, Hoolie's been relatively well behaved. They did. Miss Saren says they didn't forget my Great Dane was scared of the vet. He didn't let them. That is so cool. Great Danes are such neat dogs. 11 likes. Great job, everybody. She whines and talks, but she doesn't get aggressive or freak out. That's good. Chaos was vet night when I worked at the shelter. I bet. Chris Walker says, a pleasant voice will get you places. Dawn says, George was amazing at the vet. I think he knew he always felt better after he left. He made a lot more trips to the vet after the diabetes diagnosis. Foxy says, I wonder where my voice will get me. Well, hon, having heard your voice, yes. There are lots of places. In the 90s, it could have gotten you a commercial, usually after about 11 o'clock at night on some of the less stable, less appropriate channels, shall we say? And me standards, not the green room, Foxy, indeed. Hello. Hey, Woke, how you doing? It's been a while. We're excited. We're doing independent. The StompCon's coming up. It means I get to see a lot of the people in the chat again. There's going to be gaming. I'm just up to my eyeballs in awesomeness and Nerf guns, so life is good. You can never tell, Foxy, but I do know that if you have wares, if they have coin. Shoot. Dang it, Chris.
Hi, I'm Auntie Foxy, and I'm a crafting addict. I make custom jewelry from recycled materials, and Foxy has wares if you have coin. You can find me at indiecd.org/about Anti-Foxy. I hope to see you there.
I'm sorry, with Chris Walker giving such a wonderful intro to that commercial, I had to run it. And Foxy's doing well-ish, and you? Hey, woke, great. How are you? Hey, morning, woke. And all the cool kids are over watching and commenting on Nick's channel. And that's the link to the Nicholas Tockert YouTube channel. Please like, share, and subscribe, because I have a lot of people who want to hear from you. Is Nick green rooming himself? I could be. I probably should be. So you know what? We'll just do this. I will just put this up as a public reminder to all y'all. This is not the green room. And as a factual, open truth to put out there, also, I'm not a cryptid. So we have that out there. Foxy will be at StompCon, at least in spirit, at least in absentia. Segues are a useful tool and well delivered. Now we are almost to the half-hour mark. I want to hop over to doing art today. Okay, guys, hold on. I need to put that away. Boink. Today, as an extra special, I was going to art and do an Ask Me Anything. So if you guys have any actual questions about yours truly, the shenanigans I get in. Oh no, I'm plenty cryptic. I'm quite cryptic, because if you figure out what I'm telling you guys and you act on it accordingly, then I have no karmic debt. But if I just hand it to you, well, geez. No. Right? Nice. LL, Miss Sarah. I have been an urban legend, but a suburban legend at least. And apparently, occasionally, even now, on foggy nights when the air is still, the Wizard of Southaven is still spotted, which I love, being many hundred miles away and totally out of reach to be doing it. Well, not many, 800 miles. But since we're doing that, we're going to do this. We're going to go over here, and we're going to get into this part at stage. And, well, Nick is an urban legend. See? And I throw you off the trail? What trail? There's no trail. Oh, okay. Let me talk with Mandy, and I will get back to you fairly quickly about that. And speaking of Huli, she's standing under the curtain on the door with it draped over her head, staring at me. I've had days like that. That does not need to be on. Listening to people complaining heavily about Batman's love life is not something I need to do right now. All right, let's go into the brand. We're going to randomly grab something by Dan Hollifield, and then we'll go from there. So, no, I'm not going to put. We'll put Vortex Manipulator up. I have to play with. Sorry, music's a little louder than I usually run it. That should be about good. If it's too loud, too quiet, let me know. And we've got let's see, Silly Pup. Oh my. We all know the truth. He just likes to pretend to be human. Time lapse. Huli has wares if you have coin. Yes, my brain went there. Share. Time lapse. Roomba. Oh god, I do have to tell the Roomba story one of these days. But that is definitely a green remark. And I am going straight into the time lapse, and we are recording. So we'll start off with a nice open Nerf. Sure, I got Nerf. This is my old Alpha Trooper that I'm going to be modding sometime later this week. It's a nice little blaster. It's one of the very first of what became the most popular design of the front end carbine pump springers. It just needs a new spring, I'm thinking of putting a little bit of a shim in to keep the backside up. It needs a Brazilian stock lift. And then we'll see, just to bring some life into the soul guy. So there's been a moment of nerfy goodness. I intend to, actually. And thesis, drop your link in the left post. But let's get arting. Let's put this away. I kind of like this. This is a solid jam. Dan Hollifield's an amazing musician. What am I feeling? I'm not feeling like dealing with whatever just popped up, and I don't need that in my way. There we go. And there will be lots of battle art. Not very nerfy, but there will be definitely lots of battle art. So let's do this. Okay, cool. Cool beans. Come on, give me a sky. I don't want the yellow sky thing. I don't know. Yeah, we'll just keep it. And that is not the right brush. We need soft air brush. I want it much, much, much bigger. I'm not doing limited shading. There we go. And we'll just infer some clouds in here, like so. I'm using a bit more jaggedy because I want to play with a different kind of cloud. That's okay. I want my shapes to be a little more different. And then, let's see. We've got that. Just a nice bit there. Let's add a little bit of gray to some of these clouds. It's, we are approaching Halloween, and please remember that this is the spooky season in Japan. That actually was slated on the my mental tablet of doing some more BSR related stuff, Dawn. So you are reading my mind. But for now, I like to open up with a happy kind of mellow painting. It always seems to just loosen up the brain cells. Now, we're going to come up behind it, and we've added another layer. We're still rocking normal. We're in my thick oil paint, and we're rocking a 20, which is where I love to open up on this. Let's start a little brighter than I have been lately. We'll cut in a bit of a pond or something. And I like this green because it's this may be a very Crayola green. That's okay. Now, yes, I could tap the fill button and just have, lock it in and have the shape just cut. But I kind of like sometimes the weight of the pen strokes. I like feeling them just flow across the canvas. And yes, this is a digital piece, so it seems a little silly referring to the canvas that way, but it is. So now we've got some stuff to work with. I want to handle that just a little bit more. Now, what else do we need in this happy palatial scene? Yeah, I think I know where we're going with this. It is the start of early fall, so let's just paint in an old tree. Late summer, early fall, which is part of why I'm going to be busy. I have outing plans in park today, if I can get a certain amount of work done, to take Little Man out. I almost feel bad calling my son Little Man after all this time because he's so much taller than me, but he'll always be Little Man to me. So we're going to get nice kind of... Yeah, that's a little... There we go. Trees don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be any specific shape. They just have to feel right to you. So we're going to do this big old guy like this. We're just going to let it grow up. And let's see. Bob Rossian, absolutely. And I've made a decree that it's not officially October. Back to school started or soon, so it's officially spooky season, and will be until November 1st. Well, it's Obon. And Obon is a Japanese holiday that is somewhere between Day of the Dead and Thanksgiving. And it has its roots in the theory that when it's so hot, if you're scared, the chill down your spine helps keep you cool, theoretically. Now, what happened there, you'll notice there was a bit of a color shift. That happened because I bumped the color grab button on my stylus, but I kind of like it. The entire month of August. So I tend to kind of go very spooky for August while I am enjoying things leading up to my birthday. For a second/early Halloween situation. And then I come back later and I take a bit of break time off, and I get very just enjoying the fact that it is late summer, fall, or September. And then the spookiness recommences at the start of October. Well, actually, September 28th, spookiness recommences because that is the start of Leafy Moss, the special holiday where, leading into fall and winter, readers exchange ebooks because we can't afford to exchange, actual paperbacks with each other, and we all get ready to make sure that we have access to that most important of all observances, A Night in the Lonesome October by Roger Zelazny, which has a chapter a day for the entire month of October, which my close family here, we read together The Adventures of Snuff, Jack the Ripper's dog. But we've got a nice kind of, let's put some of these little straggly branches up. I like straggly branches. They do add a little bit of flavor to things. But so that's part of my fall observations. But right now, I need to get through where I am, because we're going to be coming up to when Xander and I, that's not light enough, I want a different color. When Xander and I tend to celebrate, doing the fall, the summery things, because people aren't about. The kids are back in school. So we tend to go out during the day and go to parks and zoos and other places that are still quite open. Some pointillism in here. And what color do we want? Let's start with the yellows. The pointillism brush, which is a freebie, is very good for getting that swirly, scratchy feel of leaves. And see, I can do that. Fill that in like so. Very light. This is early, so the color is just starting to really show a bit. We'll do a bit of this action. It makes it a lot easier than having to have a really scraggly brush. I don't like that. That's falling the branch lines too much. We can take out. Let's get rid of that. That's the glory of the undo button, friends. And we're just going to grab some other shades. Throw that in there. And it's a little too matching of the grass. So So we're going to throw some of this in here. We want that early fall. Leaves are just starting to change look. There we go. And we can work it down. There we are. Now we're starting to get that nice feel. I don't know if Johnny's here, but yeah, see, around here we have actual seasons, sometimes all in one day. And they tend to involve the leaves falling off the trees when it gets cold. And that is something I don't believe that Johnny is fully believing exists. Just make the grass a little patchy here. I'm looking for that storybook kind of comfortable feel. Oh! Well, thesis, okay, I've missed a few comments, so we did that. Maria can stay in her crypt. Yes, it's not time for her. And not time for the ads for the Maria, the Mariah, that is, doll. It sounds a little creepy. For a while there, last year, everywhere I went, the Mariah doll showed up. But we've got this going on. We've got this going on. I want to add just a little bit more color in the background. This. And I'm going to be adding more to it, but I want the colors to be a little. Oh, that's not bad. Actually, that's not bad. Wasn't too bad right there, but we're good to do that. Just give us that sense of wonder, because fall is my favorite time of year. This is coming out quite nice. I like how it gives that sense of depth. And I like the motion. But when I use something scraggly like this, you can almost feel it doing like a Reading Rainbow kind of animation where the image is just flowing. Or so, or forever. And if you like real terror, I have no idea what that is. If you are seriously looking to have an animated project done and you mean it, there is a gentleman by the name of Pedro Koepp. I say Pedro's last name. Brilliant animator out of Panama? I can't remember. Yeah, he's in Panama. But if you get serious and you're looking for those funds, I can connect you to see that. I like how this makes me want to stop what I'm doing and just take a nap, like right in the middle over here. It's that kind of day. It needs something. What else is it? I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. Well, it makes me sleepy though, because it's such a chill and perfect kind of situation. So I think I might just call it. Part of the hardest part I've found of being an artist is knowing when it's time to just simply call it and say, I like this. I'm going to sign off on it. And I will be doing an upload of a lot of these fairly soon. I'm still fighting some technical difficulties, but that's normal. What shall I save this as? The grass looks so So, because yes, I just want to kind of hunker down in that, just take that nap. It really does feels beautiful. We'll come here. We will go red. Go here to see where we're at, and I am really liking the Tempest Sans font for Nevermind the Furthermore. It's whimsical. Oops. More. And oops. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to complete this. If I made a slight mistake, I'm going to undo it for just a second so I can file export the time lapse as is. And then I have to see, it still doesn't bring up the export the time lapse. We'll do that. And then we will export single layer PNG so that eventually people can get this very nice picture. Oh, I know what I did. I bet I shared window and not screen. Do that. And then we'll redo that. Click yes, please. I have to check the date real quick. This is for the 19th. Oh my, we are barreling through this month. Pretty soon it will be my birthday. NTF 8/19/24. We go here. We go here. And that's included. And we'll come over here. We'll go new. Close this up to save resources. Yeah, we'll save it because it does look cool that way. And we will hit the time lapse. So it's there. And then, oops, we've got comment done. Sorry about that. Wonderful. I'm glad you're having fun, MNS 178. And you've got me thinking of a story I'm going to tell on Saturday's stream, but I think it would have been a different treat. And hello there, and everyone's greeting. Thank you guys for being civil to the new guests. We're a friendly lot. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, this show for artists, authors, writers, and appreciators of all kinds. Yep. Time lapse. Hi, welcome. I'm going to pause the music for a second. I'm going to run an ad to try to fix something that's being a little bothersome in the background, and we'll be right back in a couple minutes. So let me find an ad that's just a little deeper in program, and let's run this one. I haven't run this one in a bit.
In 1948, a man was found dead on the beach. But he hadn't just washed up. Oh no, he was very nicely propped up against the seawall, very well dressed. But there were no labels in his clothes. They had all been cut out. Very mysterious, the police thought. And then they found, rolled up in his pocket, a piece of paper from a novel that said Tamam Shud. When they finally traced it, it came back to the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. But it got even more strange, because in the back of the book, when they found that it had been torn out of, there was a code, a secret code that has not been cracked to this very day. When they finally found a suitcase, it had a mysterious jumble of items, some which were very hard to explain. Also in the back of the book was the phone number of a very mysterious nurse. What did she have to do with the death of the Somerton man? Find Death and Love Down Under, a novel by Carl Witzman, on Lulu nevermind.com in both ebook and print format.
Alrighty. And you're more than welcome, Dan. Let's switch this to another song by Dan Hollifield. We'll go with Highly Energetic Particles Boogie, because we do a lot of highly energetic things. And there was a request comment for BSR related stuff, so we can do that. We definitely can do that. Let me see. Probably going to go with a pencil, probably a mechanical pencil, probably a light blue. But what size head am I on? Oh, 5. That's a little on the small side. Now, I will gladly give instructions, answer questions, because I know we have a couple new people in the chat looking for the methodology that I use, and I love helping people learn to draw. So first thing I'm going to do is add a horizon line. Doesn't have to be much, just something to give me some framework. Actually, that's a little low. The undo button is your best friend. If there's one thing I love in and double checking, yeah, I hit the time on this. I love in what I do, it's having, let's make it a little more terrain. That's awesome. The ability to just hit undo, because it's very liberating. So we need to have some things going on. So we'll just open up with the shapes. The nice thing about Big Stumpy Robots, as I will be building a whole bunch more for the convention, is that I know the core shapes so intimately at this point that drawing them is just building another mini. So I can work on the shapes for it without much effort. I want that size. I kind of wanted it to be a little more menacing, but we'll just do this over the left. So, and let's see. Al, thanks for the ad. It's Beer's Cat Lunchtime. Well, we'll see you, Carl. You have a good one. And see you tonight on the Burning Yarn on the Indie CD channel. FYI, BSR refers to Big Stumpy Robots, a tabletop game that Nick has made. Yep, I did. I was a playtester for many years on different mixed unit combat games like BattleTech and Cav. There actually is a Tockert, I want to say, prefecture on a canon planet in BattleTech lore that's named after me. It's one of my great accomplishments. And Saren's counting down or playing with the volume. Possibly. That's okay, Darren. I can't read binary, but you might be having some kind of technical difficulty. Do this. That. Now, I do try to keep, just like the rules of PSR, I try to keep the everything simple enough you can process it. Because it's like, I love Gundams, don't get me wrong. I think Gundams are great. But I do also tend to think that they are a pain to draw and a bigger pain to try to figure out what they're doing on screen, at least the modern ones. So, you'll forgive me if I keep my basic designs simple enough that it's fairly easy to animate. At one point, Joe and I were working on a video game based on this. I have some really great sprites that even if the game doesn't ever get back into something we have time to work on, that's not bad. I may move some of these elements around. But right now I'm just playing with throwing out units that I can easily sketch and throw, try and get the chaos of a well-planned battle going completely bonkers. Well, thank you, TwitchBot. TwitchBots, as long as they're not being too rude, I don't mind them coming around. Just gonna add some terrain pieces here. Some nice simultaneous fire going on. That's a pretty good rocket launcher. Can't really complain about that. You get big swirly, and then you follow it like so. Nothing really flies straight. So we're starting to get some action, some activity here. It's all, though, very flat in the background. Oh, you're fine, Miss Saren. Or she's on mobile listening and conversing. Clean keyboard, but I thought I unplugged it. But oh, it happens. You are definitely one of us. I just if you ever there was proof that Miss Saren is one of us. Now, I'm gonna grab this. I like to do things like this sometimes and go, okay, what elements do I want to play with? I've selected this, and remember, we are on the background layer. So what I can do is set something like this up and just move it forward. Yeah, I'm going to have a chunk cut off. That's fine. We don't need it. And see, this way we're starting to get more depth into the settings. And it sounds like something I would do. And yours is wireless, so I can't really unplug it, but it should be. Does it have a dongle? You could unplug the dongle. The music feels really loud today, so I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. That's a bit better. Sorry, I felt like I was fighting it. Now, again, we are just at the blues layer. I don't need to add detail. I don't really need to format a lot, but it does let me do some neat things. And right now I'm deliberately doing some things to show you guys whoops, I forgot. Oh, okay, I see what happened. It did a whole layer. We're going to hide this for just a second. Yeah. I can come here, change the layer color to something just to make it easier to see. Hit OK. So if I'm here, I should be able to go. And see, now I have the exact same shape because I'm advancing it, but I shrink it down, I put it in the back. This is how, when you're sort of, I'm going to change the pose, but I want this set up when you're, oh, I always lose the word. The comic that people draw for movies. I know you guys know the word. It just fell off the back of my mind. Oh, long duck dongle? Wow. Okay. Hold on. And we've got, sounds like something I would do. Mine's wireless. Dongle's a funny word. I like the word dongle. I think mine is dying. It's wireless and changed the batteries twice, but it stutters when typing. Might go back to wired. I like my wired. I'm simple, though. Oh, now you're giggling. I'm glad you're having fun. Just turned into a teenage boy. Storyboard. I always lose the word storyboard. But when I'm doing a lot of elements and I'm thinking about what I'm doing, I'm trying to accomplish a specific message. Come here. I like to this. It's a little harder. Out there. That doesn't have to be perfect. Do that. Do this. Do here, and we'll shrink this down. They're advancing units. And okay. And we'll deselect. Now I can take my eraser. And if I'm on the right line, let me make this just a little bit bigger. Give me a hard eraser and behave, y'all. Do that. Now we'll come here, and I know it's pink. We'll do that, and we're just keeping track, and we're here. So we have all this set up. So what I'm going to do is merge down. How are things falling when I'm not even touching them? And we're going to merge down. So I like to keep my sketch layer kind of condensed. But we've got a nice line of BSRs advancing on this kind of rugged terrain. We've got a lob attack going on. We've got, there's a good bit of action. It's nice, it's fun. Oh, that happens all the time. I forget English from time to time. I have to explain this concept to get the right word. Oh, Lord. Have no fear. We are not alone. Now, this is a normal layer. We are going to switch to, let's get our pen. The G pen, if you are just starting out and you don't have other ones you like, I'm still a big fan of Zero, which you can download for free. To the people who asked, this is Clip Studio Paint. I have the EX version, not the Pro. I basically bought the wrong one. I'll confess my sin on that one. I thought I was getting the one that let me have app access, and I did not. Here, where are my colors? Oh, I see what's wrong. There we go. I like to use the standard set most of the time, unless I'm really tweaking around with things. So first thing we're going to start off with is, we're at 7, which is my normal. I want to go a bit bigger because this is closer, so it needs to be thicker lined. And because it's a quasi-mechanical, I'm more likely to use, I forgot, the Millipen, because the Millipen doesn't have pressure sensitivity, so it gives you that very consistent line. It does need to be bigger though, so I'm going to switch over here to just where it tells me how big it is. Go to, I don't want a 15. 15's a bit of overkill. I'll go back down to 10. Now, all I'm doing is I am just penciling in the parts of the shape of the unit. This is a light tank, for anyone who's curious. I like this very bold, thick line style for projects like this. Because one, it fits exactly with the style both that I use for the terrain and the style that I use for the art in the books, because the books are printed in black and white to keep costs down for the viewer, for the purchasers. I'm cool like that. I'm still going to have to do a lot of cleaning, but we're getting there. And obviously there will be BSR demos at StompCon, because that would be insane not to. There will also be two tournaments at least. And there may even be a chance to play test a new version. We will see. I hope to have the new version in print form and ready to roll for this as a launch exclusive. But I have so much on my plate right now, I highly doubt I'll be able to get into that. However, as soon as I get Froggy and I get my my playtesters able, we will have the I will have a not for publication version that they can toy around with. So we'll see. Oops, I'm still on my eraser, wrong tool. Back to marker. Now I probably would do well to turn my stability up just a bit, but I kind of like the wobbliness. Part of the purpose of Big Stompy Robots is to make sure that anybody who wants to learn how to play like a war game, a tactics game like this, has the means. It is meant to deliberately be fairly unassuming. And that means I keep the designs relatively simple. I keep the feel of it very approachable. Because frankly, the world is full of truly excessively complicated mecha. And I don't really want complicated. I want to be able to play a game that I can blow things up at a dinner table while I'm waiting for Starbucks to come. Like, what if gamers didn't vilify casual gaming as much as so many of them do? Of us. So many of us vilify casual gaming. And I think casual gaming, whether you're playing a game on easy mode on as a video game, or you're just doing it because you're having fun, it needs to be appreciated more. This needs to be a little wider. Like Nick, all the others have that problem too. Yes, I know. But by being willing to just play around and keep things simple, folks can do this stuff called fun. And I have this crazy idea that if you're doing something for recreation, it should be fun. Because if it isn't fun, why are you doing it? It's like I used to play a game, a little freebie game called Farmville. And I used to play Farmville on, through Facebook or whatever. It was a silly little game where you kept a farm. The problem was, to do it, I had to stop what I was doing in my real life at points and go, oops, I need to pick these fictional raspberries. And as soon as I realized that it was starting to feel like a job, well, I asked myself, why am I doing it? If it's not fun, why am I doing it? That's the idea. If it's not fun, stop doing it. And we're going to do this because I want to establish this line right now. So this is the horizon line. And just make it nice and chunky. Now, I can zoom in and do a lot more details, and I may. I can always take this layer, gray it out, and redo it again. That's part of the joy of doing digital art. Nothing is impermeable. Nothing is unmalleable. Everything has an ability to be changed and adjusted. But when you're doing things, no matter how complex, all you have to do is look for the basic shapes. Your cylinders, your square, your cubes. You look at the basic shapes, and it will tell you what you need to do. Also, you'll notice I am not allowing myself to be enslaved by the underlines. I'm going to redo this part. Oops, I'll do that. That needs to be. Why is that sticking? Keeps grabbing the wrong color. We have a line of advancing BSRs. And I'm just throwing the lines on there. My hand's a little shaky today. I had, over the course of the weekend and into Monday, really bad hand damage day. I probably should be wearing my sport gloves again, but I really hate to because I have to sleep in the night. Just throw this out there. Yeah, not perfect. This is also just incidental art. This is literally just to make my my thumbnails interesting. So it's good practice. Now, it's been a bit since I've run a commercial, so I'm going to stop where we are right now. We'll just mute the music, and then we'll go up, and we will run an ad for Actilion, and we'll be back in about 37 seconds.
Hello, I'm Dan Howfield. I'm the senior editor and publisher of Abelian Webzine, the world's oldest free creative writing e-zine since 1997. Since then, we have helped over 500 amateur writers learn what they needed to turn pro. www.aphelion-webzine.com and read not only what we've got going on right now, but 28 years worth of our archives of stories. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dan. Let's see, we are almost to the point where what I'll do is end up hiding that base layer, but we're going to real quick, again, just pencil in this little light mobile artillery over here. I mean, these guys are absolutely hopelessly outgunned. These little dudes are probably running for their lives, but they're at least giving a bit as they go, and I respect that. Got some lock-on ballistics going on. Make sure that's a little Tockert II. It's got the you have to play with the effects, and you'll notice when I'm drawing, especially when I'm drawing something like that, I'll make little swoosh noises. It's necessary. If you're not making little swoosh noises when you're doing your artwork, are you really arting? And yeah, I know I need to turn the music back on. One sec. And we'll swap songs. Oh, I just got shot. It tells me Xander's getting just a bit squirrely, and that's okay. We're at the almost the hour and a half mark, so we're doing pretty good. I'm going to hide the sketch layer. Now we have this layer. So I'm still working on it, but I don't have the distractions. I can also better see the things I want to change and fix real fast. When you are drawing, especially with this style pen, a little bit of confidence goes a long way. There we go. It's a little shaky, sure. But it's the first time I've drawn BSR in a while, too. So it's kind of nice to get that sense of warm-up. And I kind of, this he's in a weird place. I almost need to bring him down, but we'll give him a little bit of a ledge to be up on. What I'm doing is I'm changing the terrain to make it clear that they're going for, this dude, who I'm going to have to add some motion lines to, is clearly running for cover. The nice thing about digital art like this, again, is it feels very whiteboardy. You can relax into it. And this is not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. Add a layer. Real quick, I want to do something. Make it a multiply layer. And give myself a base. Nice light gray. This will just make it a little easier on the eyes. Refer only to editing layer, bam. And it's the same thing. I'm just going to pull it down so it becomes like secondary background. Easy peasy lemon squeeze. I'm back drawing on it. But I should be able to draw and erase. And this will be, like I said, this will be a little more comfortable on the eyes of the viewer. What I'm doing is I am just adding some very rudimentary line shading here on a couple of these background units over here as they approach. We definitely need some kind of motion lines going to indicate that this guy is just tall and vacant, but it's got to have a little bit of swoosh. He's trying to get out of there. The roughed up dirt a bit. But now we're starting to get somewhere. Got some more comments real quick. Let's see what we get. Oh, they say hi, Xander! This is rough. It's okay to be rough. Not everything needs to be perfect. Not everything needs to be hyper detailed. I need to get my eraser just a bit smaller, so I have control. Do that. Nope, I'm gonna have to fix it. I don't want to fix it. I'd rather fix it than not. But, Now, digital art is actually very easy to do. It's not as not inclusive and not welcoming as a lot of people think. I'm just going to do this, do this, this, fill tool. See, now I'm starting to get just that sense of, okay, we've got something. Again, it's not perfect. This is kind of scrumbly. Don't mind the fact that it's scrumbly. We're going to add another layer right on top of this. We're going to go blend mode, go apply. We come here. We've already gone to a gray, but we're going to go to about a gray 30. Come back to our marker. We're going to bump that up to about a 20. And what this is going to let us do is play with a very flat style of shading. But it will add further depth and kind of clarity to the sketchy image. So we're somewhere out, probably in the waist of Praxis 5, headed towards more civilized space. And it looks like a small detachment of, I'm not sure if I lighten this up. Well, they're numbered, so they're probably Praxco forces. Have run afoul of somebody. Usually my default bad guys are the Vector Sect, which are a bunch of mad scientists turned militia. But you never know. Just do some quick shading so folks can see what's going where. Do a signal over here. Again, this is super fast and kind of ugly. I'm okay with it, because it's telling the story in such a way that you can see what's going on. And I can revisit this image and hyper detail everything. But, oops, that is not the party. It's getting really weird. It's a weird. Why is it doing that doubling effect? What did I do this time? Oh, I know what I did this time. Point. We're gonna give me a second. This will make sense. Just give me a second. Grab it here, put that back, and now that once I go here, there we go. I just want to clean up the shadows a little bit. Now, yes, the cleaner and more focused you are on the initial work, the cleaner your output will be. Yada, yada, yada. But, again, right now, I'm not worried about that. Right now, it's just getting an idea down. Yes, mechs, robots, good stuff. Yeah, you just... And this is fast. Now, this is not something I would say put in a publication. And refer to other layers. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, yeah. That's good. It's not quite what I wanted, but it's good. So what I'll do, I got to fix where I made a mistake, but I can do this. I'm here. And it's double layering up again. That is fine. Hold on. Got to do that. Do that. Come back. Oops, no. Just the joys of seeing random explosions in combat. I still have this area goofed up, but I'm going to, instead of being cranky about it, let's see, look here. I thought it did. Oh, show it, and it's gone. Yeah, there we go. Now we've got all our layers back, at least that we're using. Let's have some fun with this and add just all the way over here on top. We're gonna add a light layer, probably soft light as a start. We're gonna add a nice orange to it. So we've got this nice. I don't mind going outside the lines with the light because it's light. Light does weird things. By doing it like this, you get this veritable light travel. That's nice. We're going to do this because the light of the rocket is what's actually highlighting off their windows. Let's see, what else do we want to do with this? So I don't know. I want a little bit right here to indicate that side fired. Let's just do some add another layer, blend mode, multiply. Let's do some light coloring. It doesn't need to be fancy, but it will make the image a lot more interesting. And again, I am just throwing colors around because by doing that, I can go, oh, I see a problem I made. I need to fix that. We're going to make all these guys red just because it's a very simple. We're coded to see red as bad guys. And pull this down so I have a little bit more control. Yeah, we'll just do the whole thing red. And that will make it easy. I'm also notorious for, when I'm doing demo things, doing them in strange colors. So we do red. Let's go this fella. And yes, I see the gaps I've made. That's fine. That's probably the reason why coloring them can be fun. That away for a moment. But this is getting me in the mood. And look, my stuff isn't lined up right. It's okay. The idea is that we can just real quick kind of cartoonify, draw whatever we need to get the idea across, because that is the measure of success. If you look at it and somebody can get the idea that, oh, you drew mechs and they're blowing each other up. They don't have to be the best. They don't have to be. You don't have to worry about them being the worst. They just have to be. These guys are clearly red. We'll do these guys in probably a nice. Let's do a nice construction orange kind of color. Yeah, I like that. Oh, that's a little too close to the glow. That's better. I'll have to come back and chase some of the holidays, and that's it. But right now, I'm just making sure that the elements are visible. And like I said, if I were doing this as commission art, I recently did a very, very nice commission piece that I am very glad I got to do. It was a lot of fun. But those go a lot slower, and I'm not running a game. We have mechs, robots, good stuff. Run away! Yes, that is one of my... Applied cowardice is one of my favorite things to show in mecha combat. And I like it. Well, I was impressed how quickly you can get an idea across. Thank you. Especially something complex that involved like a mech battle. I'm very flattered. It's this actually goes to the same mentality I have. Oops, I undo that because I'm falling into the same trap as usual. Hide that, grab that. Don't worry about that blur, it doesn't actually exist. Bring it back. When you are designing a game, people always want to get the rules as complex as possible because complex rules are cool. The problem is when you are dealing with that kind of shenanigan, it builds on itself, and you don't necessarily want it to build on itself. You don't necessarily want what you want is for the players to be able to understand what's going on, and get into it, get into the fun as quickly as possible. Now, part of the reason that Big Stompy Robots is so mechanically simple is I wanted it to be accessible by everybody. Folks with special needs, younger players, parents whose brains are fried. I wanted everybody to be able to play this goofy game. And in doing so, I made it where I could add more complex outer rules, all towards a final version. And yes, I know the pink and red kind of clash, but I'm so here for a little bit of 80s dysfunction in my artwork that occasionally I just lose my mind. I'm like, that's not colorful enough. You will see more of that in just a moment, because now that I'm at the I'm having fun stage, there are little visual tics I tend to do. Oh, undo that. Don't want there. And it's reloaded. Or we can come over to these fine fellows. We're just going to give them splotches of, an accent color, which in this case. Oh no, these guys might be from like the Construction Coven. Yeah, let's do it like that. The brighter colored the unit, the more people remember it. And it's one of those great things that it's entirely impractical in any real world thing. This isn't real world. This is the distant planet of Praxis 5, where the native population are an almost exclusively female group of cat girls. 5% male population. But they breed true basically with whatever genetics you throw at them. Just by adding these little splotches of color, suddenly there's a whole lot more personality. And I know I double layered that. That's okay. But now I'm adding just a little bit more shading detail. Just like here. Oh wow, I don't really... Okay, I have to do something you won't be able to see, but I have a tradition when I am doing Big Stompy Robots that at least someone, you can't see it real clearly, but they have an arrow on their unit that says them. Oh, applied ammo is when things do it. Applied ammo is what you do when you have it. Applied cowardice is what you do when you don't have enough applied ammo. come back to the soft light layer. I want to play a little bit more. This. Normally I'd have an explosion going on, but we haven't really been exploding in this lot, so we're not going to really do that. That'll be the next time. Maybe have some energy beams. Ooh, that's not a bad idea. Let's get a cube going. Will it show? Not really well. That's okay. We can work on it. No, that's too big. No, it's not. A little bit of tangent. Dang it. Unintentional tangent. But that's a miss anyway. We'll just cook it like that. I kind of like that. That lets the fire exchange look like there's some firing going on. But you have fun with it. And that's the point. Art should be fun. Art should be something you play with, you play at, you learn the quote-unquote rules so that you can then break the quote-unquote rules. That lob is coming in with love. Well, you know, we will actually take the time to make the missile properly encoded. That works. The lob rocket is locked on, and that makes me happy. So do we want to do anything else with that? Back to that yellow. Play with the detailing. Oh, yeah, I like that. I just like to do things to make my units, you know, I'm painting the mini in my mind and making it just stand out more. There we go. Now you start to get the feel of actual units splashing into each other. And let's see. Oh, Wild Alec. Awake again. A Wild Alec appears. Use my Master Ball. Boom. Hey, Alec, feeling better? The only drawing I do is very basic. Weapons, and I have to use a ruler and line paper so it doesn't look like garbage. Well, it's a matter of practice, and it just takes time. A bit just drained more than I thought. That happens sometimes. Now, I read, and I don't know if it's true, but if you do 18 minutes a day, you'll end up with 100 hours at anything. And that will make you better than 95% of the world at that given skill. Because they won't take the time to put it in. So if you draw a little bit every day, you'll get better. Now, I'm fighting a little bit with my own layer. My hand's being a little cranky right now. But that happens. Yeah, that's a little too big for what I want to do. That's okay. Oh. I don't like that. No, I don't. I don't like that. I used the wrong color. 1 second. No. Oh, that's normal. That's not multiply. There we go. I want to add a little bit of vignette around the edges. It'll just make the scene a little more feeling like it's stolen from your memories. One of the books, because I have 2 published novels in the Big Stompy Robots universe, Eyes to the Sky and Small Arms. One of the proudest things I've ever had is I'd given my dad a copy of Small Arms. No, Eyes to the Sky. I'm sorry, Eyes to the Sky. And he carried it around with him to some of the meetings and stuff of people he knew because of how right I got the war stories to sound. And it's like, well, I grew up listening to war stories, so I kind of have an idea of how they should sound. But it really, he was really pleased. And there aren't many times I've made that man very happy. I don't know how happy I've made him over the years, but I know that in that one, he was really, really kind of chuffed to bits to see what I had written in that story, and that I'd gotten those stories right. Probably because just the fact that I've listened to it. Yeah, I'm just playing with some shading right now. I'm also going to come all the way down to this layer right here. I'm going to do something rather crazy seeming. I am going to erase everything under the light beam. I'll leave the shading, but I want this to go straight through here. And I think I'm going to come back and give it an actual beam line. Oh, thank you. Oh, wrong color. I need black. There we go. Follow the beat line. Oh yeah, it's a little shaky. But again, I like the little shaky. That to go like that. And I need to come into this layer here. Probably kicked. Yeah. I want this to be a death ray looking beam. So where's my left? Ooh, that'll do. Yep, that'll stand out nice. Make it about 20. There's a bit of a tangent, but I'm still going to let that go. Here. Now we're getting some more shade now. And I'm going to come back to the color line. I'm going to go white. Go about 15. And I'm just go like this, which I think that would bring back the yellow. That's okay. So now it looks like there's an energy beam going off, and it's a near miss. And I like that. There's a tangent here, which when you have a near miss, you're going to often have tangents. It's not perfect, but it's fun, and that's what it should be doing. Art should be a blast. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is sign off on this one, and then I'll do something a little more my bailiwick. This is fun. We'll just say this as BSR battle sketch, because I don't count this as like a done piece. This may be one I revisit. We'll go here. We will export the time lapse. Boom. So that's going to get saved. You still won't do it. I must be piloting the mech. Oh, I love this. Wait. That one. You should make this one a print. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. I guess it's time. Yes, you need to get your calligraphy going. It's very good for you. Shoot thesis. I hear the neighbors mowing, so we'll see. Make that one a print. I like to maybe just take the shot. If I were to make this one a print, I would probably redo everything and then hyper detail it. But I like these fun, let me get on the right screen, images. And exports into layer PNG. We'll see. I have to set up a whole bunch of possible prints for StompCon. And like I said, this is warm-up stuff. Then I need to come over here, go red, right here. Never mind the furthermore. And we will take this right here, and let me double check my dates. 21, file, export single layer JPEG, and NTF 82124. Now, okay, I have one piece of art that I already have done that most of you haven't seen that I had to skip for Friday because Odin was coming on. So I may just use this picture, and I have it all set up. This is what I was drawing when the net dropped out on me so bad. I'll probably just do this because I'm running very much out of time as Friday's picture. This is a picture of some NPCs from my game. And then this one is, you will be able to see the completed. What else? I almost have to do it right here. Can I squeeze it and have it be legible? Yes. We will export this. Do that. Export this. Single layer JPEG. No, not PNG. JPEG. For the thumbnail for NTF 82324. So that will be next Friday's image, which is real good because that's setting us up to being very close to that month's RPG. So we are at an hour 47. I'm going to come over here, take a bit of a break from this. Let's see. I need to run an ad, but I need to run a fairly lengthy ad. So I will be back in, I already read the summer command. Alrighty. I'm still here, guys. I just had to make a run around the corner. See, still here. Now, so we have all the videos. I guess I could do a 10-minute, a quick sketch if anybody has a suggestion or request. Chocolate zucchini bread is not something I'm looking to draw, but we'll Not save. I will save that one. And we'll do one more image. And this way it's going to be do a fun one. So I haven't drawn anything really people-y today. So I think I'll do that. And let me make this a bit bigger. So I will do that. Time lapse. Thank you for the time lapse. I'm going to be drawing a person this time. So as much as I love Happy Flowers in the Rain, I'm gonna draw somebody. I just haven't decided what. Probably fantasy person. Let's just see where it goes. Yeah, I'm definitely on an elf kick right now. I just feel like drawing somebody. Go. Well, that's neat. I don't know. I don't know if I like that hair. We'll see. But I try to at least do a figure drawing of some sort every day that I sit in front of my computer. But my neighbor is mowing, so I have to be kind of quick about it. Let's see, what shall I do with this pose? Again, I'm in the blues, so it doesn't really matter. I had a really neat kind of hunched over pose I wanted to play with, but I'll do that later. Keep it kind of quick and easy to see. I may not have all my gamers for the game night because a couple aren't able to do stuff because of the school schedule. Well, that kind of saddens me, especially since there's stuff that they've been working towards for however long we've been doing this almost, getting ready to happen. Big climactic stuff. That's okay, though. Just give her the old honking knife looking thing. I'll play with what I want it to be later. Oh, yes, I know what I want it to be. I know what I want it to be. Make it a Dussac. Shink. Here we go. She has a knife. What's her other hand to me? Yeah, we can just. We'll cheap out, give her a shield too. Little kite shield? Yeah, give her a kite. That works. Let's see, her hips are right here. Get the space. Some thigh action there. Mobility pants. Boot tops? Probably. I don't know. We'll have some fun with the mobility pants. Little scrunchy bits. Again, I'm just playing. Art is supposed to be fun. It's an angry little thing, isn't she? Huh. I made her legs too long. A bit. That's okay. Well, have a good one, Joe. And there we go. She's got some Gabo energy now. Okay. Give her big honking sheath for her big honking ridiculous Dussac sword. Yeah, her knees should be right about there, so pants are too long. That's okay. If only I could replace it. Blessed is the eraser. There we go. Right back. And we're still in blue, so I don't have to worry about the scrunchy bits. Tuck the pants, boot top, line. I'll probably split it. Yeah, I'll split it. Make it nice. I'm tired, guys. This is a fun sketch, though. A little bit of speed art, a little speed character design. Oh, probably need to pull her back a bit because yeah, well, we can leave her with the almost Hollywood lines. That's fine. Give her stripes on her pants. That's just different. I like that. Flare the shoulder out a bit. The shoulder has to come out. Fist is there. Yeah, it's not bad. I'll give her again pointless pauldron kind of situation. Yeah, we could do that. Like, I like the idea that she was halfway getting into her gear when stuff hit. She didn't have time to fully armor up. That's way too much razor. Okay, yeah, that's enough to play with. And layer. And yeah, we'll stick to 0. Custom boots are a real thing. What you might want to do is look up boot upper patterns and then get some nice low ankle boots and attach them. I've seen that work very well. This still feels big. Helps if you use a different color on a different layer. There we go. Just throw her eyes in. Give a bit of an eye alignment. Light line is apparently right there. Same thing here. Go. That. Yeah, we want that. Got almost teardrop eyebrows, so that's fine. Give her a little. These noses right here. This is not quite traditional anime. This is my preferred fusiony style. Did a little bit more chin. She's definitely got some like Gabo energy. It's been a while since I've done a Gabo girl. Artistically, that is. Yeah, that is a smirk of implied violence, and I am absolutely here for it. Pull her hair. She's got a little bit of a hair curl thing going. So, like this. Oh, that expression reminds me of an old friend of mine by the name of Aaron. This. A little play with the weight, the line weight a bit. But this one is, and I forget the time lapse? No, I didn't. Rock on. I thought I forgot the time lapse. I might throw this one on the Instagram thing. I have one of those. I have an Insta. I know it's shocking. I do take art commissions. It depends usually on the complexity and the time and my mood. What I charge. I do like to let people tell me what they feel the piece would be worth to them. Because pricing your art is really, really challenging. It's one of the hardest aspects, believe it or not, of what we do as artists. And yes, I know I need to do some Haints and Hellfire fan art, well, canon art, I guess, but not quite there yet. There we go. Oh, if you have access to the Max television streaming service, and you are an adult, it is not at all for children. But the DC Suicide Squad Isekai, and it's literally called DC Suicide Squad Isekai, or something very, is surprisingly good. I've been watching it for a while now. I've found it to be rather enjoyable. See, I haven't been drawing a lot of vehicles lately, but I have been doing a lot of figure work. So if I do the figure work, let's see, people stick around till the end, get goodies like this. This is how I really get to cut loose and draw. I've done my work. I have a little extra time. I can knock this out. I'm currently over my 2-hour line, which is not where I want it to be. But reminding myself that I can still do this sort of thing this quickly is really, really good for me. See that. Straps again, just a little bit. Come here. Give her articulate the elbows. Well, if you like doing the wings on the elbows, that's fine. In. Arm cuff. I quite like Dussicks. They are a strange little piece of sword technology because they're halfway to being period machetes, halfway to being swords. You know, some are of decent quality, many are of absolute. Oh no, the village blacksmith needs to crank out something like a sword, and a double-edged sword is surprisingly hard to pull off, so a single-edged will be produced easier. I need to fix that line, but I don't care. Again, this is fun art. Fun art is not commissioned. It is not pressed. It is just here to be drawn and enjoyed. How are we coming along here? That's not too bad. I may actually use the line tool to try to get this a little straighter. We'll see. Do this. I'll probably notchify that a bit. Big old honkin'. Look at that. It's a sheath that actually has to be worn where it could be drawn instead of on the back like that moron from Australia likes to prattle on about. Anyway, I'm a little grumpy. I'm a little spicy. I'm not terribly as spicy about that mounts sword stuff. I mean, it's always been dubious at best. But when he came out supporting AI, I couldn't support it anymore. There we go. Again, quick bit of speed draw live for you guys. But really didn't do much with the Ask Me Anything today. That's okay. Just save that. Apparently, I'm no longer a mystery to you guys, which is good because I'm clearly not. Oops, almost lost my mind. There we go. Do that. Do that. Do like this. Do. Now let's see how this looks. That's a good thought too. Okay, a lot cleaner than I thought. I missed a couple spots. That's okay. Turn that back on. Just do this. That. Need to do this. Got stripes. Entirely. Stripes. Stripy pants. It's right there. A little bit of that action. that. That. Let's hide it again. Look, that's not bad. The elbow. Now we've got a decent looking character. For a speed sketch, not bad at all. It's a little bit of line work, so I'm going to come up to 7. Just to darken a few things. Yes. It needs just a little bit of love. I don't know if I'll color this, but I am definitely doing line work. I hope to see at least some of you guys at StockCon. And if you're watching this in the rerun, which is fine, a lot of people do, please feel free to comment, ask questions. But remember to give me some reference in your question so I know where you're coming from. But this, and this. Now all I'm doing is adding some changes in the line weight. Probably add some detailing right here. Yeah, I had needed that. Numbers. Belt going. That. This. Oops. I can come back to the razor. See if I have to. Because that looks fairly dangerous. Light lines to it. Yeah, why not? I forgot to turn the music. Ah, yes. That Muppet. The kind of person who thinks that just because in certain RPGs you can ignore the encumbrance rules, that you could ignore the encumbrance rules in real life. So, yes, that would be the person of lowered intellect. Okay, let's colorize her. She needs some color. She's too fun. Multiply is your I want to color something fun. I'm going to make her Gabo. I was originally going elf, but she's got that Gabo energy. I'm a sucker for the Gabo energy, so we're just going to make her a goblin. Yes, I know. I've Scooby-Dooed her eyes, but that's because I'm going to come back later, make sure to wipe them properly, and add a few more details. Whoops. No, that's not perfect. It doesn't need to be. This is speed paint. I wanted to get this done fast enough to show you guys that when you're doing art, it doesn't have to take forever. Years. A little bit of weather paint here. Now, I like to do this very garish magenta pink on goblins. I think it makes them look more. I am going to have to do some cleanup on this, but I'm also forgetting that my build tool exists. Let's just see if I have been a good Nick and close my circle. Oh, I have. Excellent. We'll just give the shield that color. This that right there. That's fine. I see some issue that will cause problems later. But there we go. We will take a nice. We'll see if we can't fill this in like so. See, I don't like the way that's too solid for something that's detailed as this. Oh, that's because I'm on the wrong layer. Let's go do it on the right layer and see. There we go. I want my goofy line work, scratches and all, to mostly show. Boom, boom, boom. No. Okay, that works. Right there. I'm going to have to pen it a bit. That's fine. A little smaller. Undo that line. Undo that line. This will be the backup color real quick. Now we'll put. Let's go here. Yep. And we'll go a little wider. You know what? No, we're going to make life easier on ourselves. You do the pants entirely brown. Oops, undo. Entirely brown because I can decide if I want to colorize those stripes later or just leave them like this. We're just hopping and popping. I realize I didn't turn the music on, so the rhythm seems off. I guess I'll Scooby-Doo it again. Makes it easier. And just flat it in. Thank you guys for sticking around. Let me come back here and put some tunes on because it's way too chill right now. That. That real quick. Now we're getting somewhere. I want that a little right here. We'll go with the traditional gold base. Yep. Good. Her boots can be that. The inside that's exposed will be that. Here. Very vampiric looking. Oh darn. Not vampiric looking, dude. That's terrible. That's that. Go to here. To here. Her arm is hidden. That's fine. Oh, so I got to do it. Focus myself. And I need extra obvious, but she is a goblin, so we're going to activate the god. And so back. We're just gonna out here. Whoa, that's where we slip. Here we go. Now, that's a lot. Again, this is a fun pick. We're not doing this for serious work, but it's good. One mode. Multiply. And my 30% gray. My marker usually is about 20. Yeah, no, I'm at 10. That looks like this is on. That tells me that it's not. Eyeball. Like the hairline. All we're doing is playing with where doesn't the light want to be right now. A little bit. The spectral amplitude of curve. So the light does things like that. Good. Well, we're just working the light around. This is much more my bailiwick. Oh, we got a comment. I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to ignore anyone. Let's see what we got going on. I'm here-ish. Well, ish is good. We work with ish. New guy named ish. Anyway, neither here nor there. This makes her interesting. That's what I like. I like nice, interesting character. There's a couple traits that make her a little bit more, seeming to be more than the usual just cute goblin girl. And I did make a couple layer errors in there, but they worked for my favor, so I'm not going to be too cranky about it. Yeah. I'd have no problem with this. Let's see. Alex said, I had apple juice and a Pop Tart for my breakfast. Joke, real food is cooking. Don't worry. Hey, if you get anything for your breakfast, I count that as a win, Alec. Let's add a light layer. And then we'll probably be done for the day. So, up there. Let's go down, shape it again. Nice soft light. Do this. Up. Okay, it just isn't showing up. There's magic somewhere buried in this mess. What is this magic showing up? What is this intense power? Do this, one more stone. Well, that looks pretty good. I'm fairly happy with this. We can go add another layer. Normal. I want to use some boxy. Well, let's try it. Wait. Stop it. 36 let's go. I'm still black. Oh, I like that. Come on. Oh. Yeah. Now we just erase everywhere but that. I knew that I overdid it. Come on. But it's hard. That's fine. And I know this has really neat framing tools, and I need to learn how to use them so that I can do comics that I am planning. But right now is not the time for me to deep dive new techniques when I am too close to wrapping up the major conflict for the RPG for the kids. And here. Wrong level. Right. That's not bad. That makes for a neat. Take Carnation brush instead of Casbar. That's really close to my lunch plans. Nice. Oh, let's see. Making scrambled toast. This is just holding over till it's done. Good. I'll either forget lunch or like eat an apple or something. Yeah, it happens. But I think this picture's come out pretty solid. Let me sign off on it real quick. And we will save as here we go. Nope, no, not Duggan. Dusick. Gabo. Yeah, girl. I guess people love the Gabos. Save that. File. Export single layer ping for places it's going to go. Okay. File export. That'll be good to go. And I think we're going to call it at that as that wraps up. Hey guys. I want you guys to keep writing, keep drawing, keep creating, keep making what you love. Because you can edit it, you can improve it, but you can't edit a blank page. I love you, and you should too. I'll be back Friday with Michael Odin to talk about his new comic, Odin. You guys have a great day. I hope to see you all. Please, please, please remember that, where is it? Oh, I need to turn the music off. Blink. Please remember that StompCon is happening September 7th, 2024, from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern at the Benton County Co-op Extension on 410 South Aidway A, Fowler, Indiana, 47944. It is a free-to-the-public indie tabletop gaming convention. I will be running Big Stompy Robots. I may run some RPG goodness. It will be one of the few places you can get the Hybrids Quick Play. That game is almost out of existence, actually. It's very, very rare. And with that, guys, just have a great week. I'll see you soon. Toodles.